computer. Fine. Okay. Now the data has been into the record mode. Fine. So let us come back to the session. So now I think I'm audible also, and my screen is also maybe visible to everyone. Fine. So again, coming back here, chat box, Raj. Okay, fine. Now it's visible and everything is well. Let us go ahead. Fine. So right now, if we are talking about the COVID-19 pandemic situation, right? So several students during the lockdown has been get stuck their own place, right? But as government of India has taken several initiative, specifically if you're talking about the private institutions, I'm really very happy. At least they are giving the opportunity to their student using online mode. At least they are entirely covering the course over there. As a teacher, definitely some of the professors who are old age and who are not comfortable with the technology, at least they are having a little problem. But right now, the statistics report of government of India is saying out of higher education schools and colleges, more than 50% professors are now comfortable with digital media based teaching and learning process and methodology over there. Right now, I'm connected with the 161 countries of a student in an online mode, and I'm teaching more than 90,000 students in an online mode. One more thing is here, like whenever you are working with a mass mode of teachings over there, at that time, a very big challenge for us as a teacher, like giving the feedback to the student. So for that, commonly we do prefer the forums over there, right? So commonly I do recommend as a student also, whenever you are working in your school or colleges, definitely you should having your WhatsApp group. Right now your professor has been definitely created one WhatsApp group where you all get associated. But I do recommend as a student you should be having your individual groups also, where you can discuss your project, your details more freely manner. The issue with a student, when the teacher is gets associated with that group, he or she having little hitch over there if we are discussing the details in this one manner, how the professors and teacher will think. But if you're having an individual group over there, as a student, easily you can openly discuss about your content in your own local native language also, and freely talk with each other. And a common questionnaire whatever coming over there, you should be go and posted that common questionnaire to your teachers respective teachers group over there. Then easily what would be happen, teacher can also give you the best feedback, best result, because cumulatively they having the final questionnaire. Okay, these questions common student having problem, so immediately in an online mode also he can respond, and end of the day student would be get benefited. Fine, dear. Even right now, if you want to learn about the animation, and if you want to earn the degree from various reputed institutions and the college, we having several options right now. One of them is a Swayam. Right, Swayam is the website, or you can say the portal has been get developed by Ministry of Human Education Development. Now it's a Ministry of Education, and fortunately one of the course on a Swayam animation course running by me over there, and this is the one of the highest enrollment course in a PG mode till date. And the last semester also it having 34,000 students has been get enrolled pan India itself, right? And the course has been get especially recognized by Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank sir, and special recognitions get from the Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister, and specifically Sansad of my native area, that Kashi and Varanasi itself, right? So like moving next to some of the initiative whatever right now government of India has given as a participant, as an student, as a teacher. So government of India, some of the leading banner which are executing the project, right? One is what, now this is a Ministry of Education, right? MED. Earlier, the presentation, like MHRD logo has been get skipped into MED, Ministry of Education. So AIECTE, right? AIECTE is the government body who are properly taking care about the science and engineering courses. CEC is a dedicated for the people who are into the undergraduate courses over there. IGNU for distance education. IIM Bangalore specifically dedicated for the management courses. NCERT, they are dedicated for the course content development for a school student. NIOS is dedicated for the standard 11th and 12th course content development. NITTR, National Education of Teacher Training and Research Center, is dedicated for specifically teachers from university and colleges. And this is a logo of NPTEL by IIT Madras. and Rest IITs. They are collaboratively working into the NPTEL platform over there, where you can having access about the science, engineering courses over there, freely available over there. And last one is the UGC, where all university coming under the banner of a UGC over there. They are get bounded with the rules and regulations of the UGC. So UGC is get dedicated for the PG course development, post graduation course development. So what are the initiative right now has been taken by Government of India? First is the EPG Pathshala. EPG Pathshala project has been get completed, or you can say the initiated during the time of Congress government only, and later on in a time of BJP government, the project has been get successfully executed and finished also. Then the recent government has been get identify one of the challenging during the EPG Pathshala, because EPG Pathshala, the course was into the self-paced mode over there. That means course has been get recorded and uploaded into the website. There is no any interactions between teacher and students over there. So for example, as a student, we having some query to whom we contact. This is a very big challenge for them. We having a contact us and feedback sessions over there into the EPG Pathshala website over there. But the challenge is again over there, student are writing the query to EPG Pathshala, then data is going forwarded from EPG Pathshala portal to respective teacher, and again respective teacher will give the answer. Then it's a really very long process. Then the solution is what? Solution is the NPTEL@Swayam over there. So in a Swayam website, they had to get corrected the teachers over there. So EPG Pathshala is a self-paced course where Swayam courses are MOOC courses, massive open online courses. So now what is the difference between a MOOCs and Swayam courses? MOOCs and self-paced courses. In a MOOC courses, you are having a teacher support over there, right? You're having a mentor support over there. While you are talking about the self-paced courses, like in a YouTube, lot of content freely available over there. But if you're talking about the teacher support over there, you're having not teacher support active mode over there. So this is one of the disadvantage of a self-paced courses. While whenever talking about the MOOC courses, if you are learning under the Coursera banner, edX banner, or the Swayam banner, we having the discussions forum, we having a teaching assistant supports over there. Fine. Then second is the National Digital Library. What is the National Digital Library? Government of India, several books has been get developed under the NME ICTE like a project, right? National Missions of ICT Educations. Under that, lot of books has been get developed, and one of the repository has been get developed by IIT, right? IIT Kharagpur. So IIT Kharagpur, under that banner, a National Digital Library hosting a lot of books freely available on the website. You can simply go to the website. You can register with your your personal email ID also over there, and you having access about the content freely over there. Then Swayamprabha channel, then CEC, right? So I'm going to demonstrate about the same in a more descriptive. Then only you may practically get access all the content, right? So first is what? Swayam. Swayam is what? Massive open online courses, right, dear? So as I tell you earlier, what is the massive open online courses? Where you are having backend support from the teacher or backend support from the teaching assistants over there, right? Second initiative taken by Government of India, that is a Swayamprabha. So if you are having access of DTA channel, so DTA channel freely lot of content is into the broadcast mode, where teachers live available, or you can say the broadcast versions, the content is going to be broadcast into the Swayamprabha television, right? So I'm just sitting into the Swayamprabha first, so you may able to have look about the Swayamprabha, how and what kind of contents are available into the Swayamprabha, right? So it's a taking little time. Okay, I'm just tapping. Let us quickly open the Internet Explorer or Google Chrome and directly fire Swayam Swayamprabha. Fine. So this is the website of Government of India. Stop sharing. I'm resharing entire screen. Fine. Now I think my screen is visible for everyone. Done. So this is the website of Swayamprabha. So here you can check out around 34 direct to home education channel with us, right? So for example, maybe if you want to get learn about Java programming, or if you want to get learn about the Python programming, then simply you can go to the search options over there. And in search options, you can type maybe graphics. Let us type graphics, because maximum students are here related to the graphics and all. So if you are typing about the graphics, then here you can check out one of the course, design and graphics. It's a UG level course, has been get developed by Ashish Garg, the Swayam Prabha channel, AJK Jamia Millia Islamia. So this one content where it would be get broadcast, simply you can hit into the video. So you can check the preview of the content over there. So from here also you can get access what are the content which, or what are the like lectures freely available onto the Swayam Prabha television. You can get learn from here, right dear? So second, here you can check out the Sakit Shekhareshwar Rai, right? Sudipta Acharya, lighting and graphics over there. Manu Sharma, computer application for mass media. So lot of contents we having a freely available over here. So you can get check out, and even you can check out in which channel it would become. So it would become into the Swayam Prabha channel number 5. So you have to go and check out the schedule and timing of the Swayam Prabha channel number 5 when this one session would be going to be broadcast. So from there you can from television, if you having no internet connectivity, no internet connections, direct to home cost is around 13 to 1400 rupee. I do believe it's a less than 2000 rupee. Where lot of channels are free of cost available over there. So it's only one time investment, and you can learn a lot of contents over there on a Swayam Prabha television channel. So this is one of the initiative taken by Government of India. This is a free DTH channel for education. Fine. So this is about the Swayam Prabha. Second, as I told you about the Swayam. So I'm typing about the swayam.gov.in. So when you talk about the swayam.gov.in, like I tell you here you having a specific mentor support. And right now you may heard about the credit transfer, minor elective and major elective about your courses. So even Government of India has get permitted from Swayam website, you can opt any courses, right? The courses having the credit, 4 credit over there, 2 credit over there. So maybe in your college, there would be some section, major elective and minor elective. So you can opt some courses directly from Swayam website also. Right, dear? You can directly opt the courses from the Swayam website also. Like, fortunately, this is one of the course on a like a Swayam website developed and created by me only. So here you can check out when you click on the like particularly that segment, with respect to that you having all the contents available, like when the course is going to be a start, where the exam is going to be in, right? These are the some of the details of in which week we are going to cover what things over there. This is the instructor bio. If you want to earn the certificate over there, you have to give the examination. It's an examination same like ITG examination, NEET examination. You are have to go to the proctor examination center in your respective like a city over there. It's not like that. This one course has been get hosted by BHU, Banaras Hindu University itself, right? So the certificate whatever get offered in this one course by the BHU, India's top 3 ranked university, right? So end of the day, just you have to pass the examination and you are able to get the certificate. But unfortunately, in a last semester, we having a 24,000 plus student has been get enrolled into the animation courses, but only I think 123 student has been get passed, because I am going with a really very rigorous methodology of question paper checking over there. Because end of the day, if you are getting the certificate at a free of cost over there, only a spend of a 1000 rupee examination fee, and if you are not properly reading the content, it's a totally wastage of our hardcore effort which we had as a teacher spent 10 around 2 year 2.5 year to get develop the course content. And end of the day, Government of India has also spent a lot in handling this one platforms over there. So indirectly, hard earned money which we are paying as a tax, and with that tax, whatever the initiative Government of India are taking, if the students are not serious, so this is a not platform to share and distribute the certificates only over there. Fine. So this is one of the, maybe if you are an animation background, you can add the animations over there. But it's not like that only animations courses are available over there. Maybe if you are going to learn something about maybe agriculture, or if you want to going to learn about the beef course about the superconductivity, like here you can check out the IT Guwahati courses over there, right? If you want to get learn about the academic writing, so Ajay having the course on academic writing over there. So here you can check out, this is the portal from India's one of the top notch mentors only getting an opportunity to teach over there into the SWAYAM website. So indirectly or directly, for example, if you want to learn about the advanced probability theory over there, right? So the course has been developed by Professor Nidhi itself. So here you can check out this one, a course by Professor Chatterjee over there. And end of the day, if you are passing the examination, you are getting the certificates from where? IIT Delhi itself. So this is add-on credentials from for you from your home. If you are particularly completing the entire course, if you are particularly submitting the assignment, and if you are passing the examination, this is the add-on benefits. It's not like that only science and engineering courses are available over there. Maybe as an a girl, several students having maybe she want to go for a HR positions over there, right? So here you can check out several courses from the IIM Bangalore professors also, right? I'm switching the filter over here. National coordinator switch to the IIMB. Now here you can check out banking and financial market risk, right? Consumer behavior courses over there, customer relationship management by IIM Bangalore. So here you can check out lot of courses are freely available over there. Just you have to click on any course over there, right? And you have to just check out when the course is going to be a start. So okay, 31st January course is going to be a start and 30 April course is going to be end over there. This is 6 week of course. These are the course layout and syllabus over there. This is a brief detail about the Professor Ganesh Prabhu itself over there. So end of the day, this would be add-on credentials for you from your home. You are going to learn from the India's best professor from IIM, IIT, and Central University professors who having the credentials and who having the potential, who are just sharing something which for which you have to pay a lakhs rupee into the university or the private institutions over there. Fine, dear, coming back over there. So this is about the SWAYAM website. Now you're having a clear idea about the SWAYAM, you're having a clear idea about the SWAYAM Prabha. Now I'm going about the third website. That is what? EPG Pathshala. Right. So again, I tell you, you can simply go and enroll the course, entire content, whatever. If you want to learn only, you have not required to pay single penny. But if you have to just earn the certificate, right? For that, you have to give the examination. So examination conducting by NTA, National Testing Agency. So for examination conductions and proctoring, there is a small 1,000 fee. You have to just pay the 1,000 fee for attending the examination. And it's not like that. For example, if you had opted the course from the IIT Bombay, then you have to go to IIT Bombay to do the course. You can do the course from maybe Tamil Nadu itself, maybe Bombay itself, maybe Manipur itself, and the examination center is closely to the Manipur itself. You have to opt only during the examination form fill up, and you have to give the examinations only over there. And if you are passing, you are earning the add-on certificate. And even, for example, you can submit that certificate, 4-credit course certificate, to your university also in a major elective and a major elective. They can add this one course credit in an online mode from IIT Bombay, from Himmati Nandan Bahuguna University, or a BHU or JNU, these top-notch premium institutions over there, right? This is the benefit of the course, whichever you are learning through the SWAYAM platform. Third is what? EPG Pathshala. So specifically, if you're talking about the EPG Pathshala is majorly recommended for the teachers or the student who are from the PG in a post graduation. For example, here you can check out, this is the one of the content list over there, subject list over there. This is one of the biggest Asia largest open education resources repository. Here you can get access about the 22,000 plus module, e-text and video. For example, you want to get learned about the information technology. So just I'm hitting into the information technology, or let us click into the computer science over here, right? So in a computer science, if you want to learn about the data structure or CO paper or computer network paper or data visualization paper. So I'm just hitting into the data analytics, and in a data analytics, here you can get access about the modules. So with respect to the data analytics, we having a 40 modules content over there. For example, you want to get learn about the Mongo database. So I'm hitting into the MongoDB. So with respect to the MongoDB, here you can check out the 14 pages textual contents is available over there. So this is a reading material which you can read. With respect to the reading material, you are having some of the reference website links also over there, which you can get access at your end over there. And it And very, very important as a new youth mentality, if you are giving the books to them, definitely end of the day, what happening, they having a feeling of tare zami pe. So if we are teaching a student through the filmmaking, through the screen, like storytelling, definitely they love to learn. So for that, we having one of the content called the self-learning. Yeah, so here in the self-learning, the teacher in a video mode, they are teaching the student. So whatever the MongoDB, how that is working in a practical way, professors is teaching, so the video content is also with you. So simply you can go and learn from the videos also. Finally, so this is the content which is a freely available into internet and get developed under the government of India digital initiative. So lot of contents you are having. Even for example, if you have to just develop the project of computer graphics and visualizations, and I'm using the line clipping algorithm over there, right? Or DDL algorithms over there. So I'm hitting into the DDA algorithm over there. And here you can check out with respect to the DDA algorithm, all the mathematical calculus we having available over the how the lines draw algorithm is working over there, whatever the mathematical formulas is working behind all DDA algorithm and all, right? So with respect to that, if you want to learn more, we having more contents over there. Like the videos is not available, so maybe due to some reason the video has been not get uploaded for this modules over there. So randomly you can get check out. Maybe you want to learn about the web technology, so maybe if you want to I'm hitting into the web technology introductions or XMLA. So learn more. And third one, the self-learning, you can hit into the self-learning. So teacher is teaching over there, right, in a video mode. And these all contents are freely available. Again, I'm saying one word every time, freely available. So learning for all, learning for each and every category of people, either they having like a monthly income in a lakhs, or monthly income below the 1,000 only. But education for all concept, government of India has taken this one initiative and start working to national repository making. And it's around last 10 to 11 years, professors, we are working hard to get developed such a directory, such a repository over there. Now it's available for a student, but due to little lack information, people having no idea, okay, such kind of contents is available into EPG Pathshala website. Even for teachers also, for example, if you are teaching, maybe I'm just coming back to the home page. Okay, maybe some of the professors who are teaching media related some of the information. So now what I'm going over there, I'm going to the mass communication and journalism. Some of the sections would be over there. Or I'm coming to the 1 minute library information since media and communication study. Fine. So in a media and communication study, maybe we are talking about the media, culture and society, right? So this is a common paper which either from which university you are in, if you are learning about the animation and design, so some paper may be related to the communication research or the media culture you may having, right? So simply come here, and here I'm hitting on maybe the culture of the encoding. So with respect to that, we having a text material available over there. The material has been developed by the Jamia Millia Islamia and I think Delhi University professors only. So here the content is available. So as a teacher also, we can get share this one content to student. There is no any copyright issue over there, because as a teachers, it's a really very tough in an online mode, because they have to give the 24/7 of time to the college and university and students also. So development content is little tough, so they can also opt the content from here. Just you have to get acknowledge them. Okay, this one content has been get access from the EPG Pathshala website, and the principal investigator is the Professor Vishwadeep Jha. In this manner, you can go ahead. Fine, dear. So even as a student also, for example, professor is saying to submit your project. Okay, let us submit the culture and coding project over there. So simple, you can go to this one website and you can download this one, available for download also in a PDF form. You can download in, and you can do copy and paste the content. Simply code. Okay, the content has been get copied, or simple you can see EPG Pathshala, and then you can mention Professor Vishwadeep Jha. In this manner, you can submit the project over there. That is not also you are doing wrong, because as a senior professor, we develop these content only for reuse. But end of the day, definitely hard code of thought has been get put it by professor. So acknowledgement is a very, very important. This is a rules of OCR also. OCR means what? Open Education Resources. Fine, dear. So hope you having now a fundamental concept clear about the EPG Pathshala, SWAYAM website, right? And third one, what I had said, Swam Prabha, right? So like here you can check out a lot of, if you want to learn the Japanese also, we having the Japanese courses also available over there, right? So e-text and learning more. So a lot of content here freely. I do believe out of maybe if we having right now 50, 60 or 100 teachers come professor, only 0.1% professors or student having idea about these portals, but these are existing and freely available for students. Just use this content for your betterment, right here. So moving to the next, let us close it. Where is my PPT screen? Again, I need to share the screen. 1 minute. Yeah, fine. So now my screen is again visible. So I think now the concept of Swayam Prabha, National Digital Library. Again, like I tell you, this is the initiative taken by IIT again. So when you go to the National Digital Library, just you have to register yourself using your email ID and password, right? So this one initiative has been get taken by one of the India's oldest, or you can say phase one IIT, that is IIT Kharagpur. So here you can check out into the science or humanities. For example, I'm hitting into the humanities, or let us type animation because maximum students are here from the animation background, right? So let us type animation, ANIMATION. So with respect to the animation, we having some data available, right? Animator versus animation, animal walk animation, right? Cell motion animation, computer animation, animal cell. Lot of contents we having. Sorry, here. So you can get access this one contents over there. This one lock is open, so you can download that without credentials options over there. So entire data we having available into the National Digital Library, also into the PDF mode over there. You having the access of the journals and conferences also. These are the some of the journals and conferences issues over there. You can having the entire data of the Lancet, world's one of the best journals, Lancet for the medical industry. You have can get access the contents whichever available into the Lancet into the open access mode. You can get read and learn from here also, right? Today my internet is little slow working, so website is a little slow responding, but meanwhile now it's opening here. Wait for a moment. So this is a one of the like a planetary health perspective on a COVID, a call for paper. So this is a one of the call for paper right now. So these are something which for the teachers also, and which for a student really very, very beneficial, right? Let us close it again. Now come back again. Shodh Ganga. Shodh Ganga is especially dedicated for the people who are from the master, right? MSc student or the researchers who have to be work for the thesis writing, who has to be get submit the dissertation at end of the project. Then you can simply click to the Shodh Ganga over there. Then you may able to get launch the website Shodh Ganga from India maximum university. They had uploaded their content in a Shodh Ganga website, complete thesis, PhD thesis over here at a free of cost. The content is available over there. Simply you can go and launch the Shodh Ganga website, and you having access of entire thesis from India's top-notch university. Wait for a while. Again, I'm directly logging from the website, SHODH, Shodh Ganga. Because when we are redirecting the data from the PPT, sometimes it's taking little time, right? So now it's opening. So do believe me, when today's session would be get over, you all having the links of the website. So I do believe when professor will ask to submit your project content, you having a lot of contents which are freely available. You don't require to go to the Google, because commonly as a student, what people doing, they are going to the Google, and from page first and page second, they are copying and pasting the data, and later on they are into the trouble over there, right? So these are the websites which already, if we have it available, then why to go to here and there? Directly come to the website, identify your data, and go ahead, right? So like here you can check out, these are the 29220 through. This is the full text thesis available over there, free of cost. 476 university are contributing right now, right? So here you can check out University of Madras is a top 10 contributor, then Anna University, Purvanchal University, MSU, University of Calcutta, this is a Kanpur University, Punjab University, Pune University, Aligarh Muslim, and Bharati Darshan University. These are the top 10 contributors who are having a maximum PhD scholars data into the Shodhganga website. Now the question is here how to search and how to get download the content. For example, I'm talking about one of the people like Rahul Kushwaha. For example, this is into my search engine database only. So here you can check out now, this is like identify the content. So with respect to this keyword, Rahul Kushwaha, a lot of content we having available over there. Maybe some keyword related to Rahul Kushwaha has been get put it over there. Now here you can check out Chandra keyword is over there, right? So they had a nearby search some of the contents over there. Or let us type 1 minute, computer science over there, right? COMPUTERSCIENCE, right? So I'm typing computer science here. Now, with respect to the computer science keyword, they will identify and search the thesis over here. So wait for a while. Actually, this is a open website and accessing from the Pan India researcher at one time. So sometime it's a working little slow, but it will work. So no worry about that. Today, I think my side internet is little slow. Your connection is unstable. Zoom is sharing me the notifications. Fine. Yeah, got it. So now, for example, computational characteristics of word over the formal languages, right? So maybe I'm just hitting over here. Or maybe this is the CAD based learning system. I'm clicking on this one. Researcher is Vata Shonia and PhD guide is some Kumar, right? So the thesis has been get completed under the NIMS University, Rajasthan. So now here you can check out the title page, acknowledgement, declaration, certificate from supervisor, entire data is available with us, right? So for example, this is the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. So commonly whenever you are writing the PhD thesis, they are common parameters. Chapter 1 is your introduction, then literature review, then research methodology, then hypothesis, then analytics report, then finally your conclusion and output, and last one is the bibliography. So this is the one of the common pattern whenever you are writing your PhD thesis. So now let us click on the chapter number 3, right? So whenever I'm hitting into the chapter number 3, what happening? They are directly downloading the chapter number 3, and the PDF version is available to us at a free of cost. So what is this? This is a material and methodology, right? So in a material and methodology, here we can see introductions related to all the contents we having available at free of cost. So this is the power of Government of India initiative which has been taken by them, but unfortunately or fortunately there is a lack of awareness for the teachers also. Then definitely if awareness lack awareness in between of teacher, then definitely how teacher could pass that information to a student. So the today my motto is specifically dedicated for our students, our professors also. They can utilize these contents over here, and even they are new to the research also, they having an idea how to write a thesis also in a right manner, right? So these are the some things which you can get access from here, and you can get learned in a detail and detail and detail. Fine, dear. So this is about the Shodhganga. Moving into the next. After Shodhganga, E-Shodh Sindhu, this is something related about the E-generals. Then E-Yantra, again, E-Yantra is a, again, get developed by a IIT banner over there. So these are the something real life virtual simulations engines over there. So E-Yantra, FOSSEE, Virtual Lab, and Spoken Tutorial. This all projects has been taken initiative by IIT Bombay itself, right? So here in a like a virtual lab, you can see, just I'm hitting into the virtual lab also. So like as an animator, if you are saying, okay, what is our career prospect after completing the animation? So common people are saying, okay, we will go and make a cartoon animations over there, but it's not like that. Right now in India also, we are a very fastly integrated ICT enabled teaching and learning. So for that, a lot of content creation required over there, like a lot of requirement of instructional designer, a lot of requirement of UX and UI designer, a lot of requirement of virtual reality like interface designers over there. So lot of vacancies right now we having into MNC if we are from the animation background. So don't think like animations means just we are doing cartooning and all, right? So just it's a opening, right? VLab, virtual labs over here. So you can get access about virtual lab, like here you can see computer science, computer electronics. So with respect to that, with the help of animation and graphics, they are teaching students. So these are the some of the initiative, like a design application lab, digital logic design kits, digital design guides. So this all the contents is available with us right now under the Government of India initiative. I'm associated with one of the project of the Swayam Prabha, which is running under the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras itself, and very soon the content would be get available onto the Swayam Prabha television channel, tentatively March onwards. So you may able to see me on a Swayam Prabha TV also March onwards. So the content which I had to get developed about the foundation concept about the design and visualization. Right now, people from the animation background, they are very good to just do the set key to do the animation and all. But if we are talking about the foundation concept about how and what exactly happening when we are hitting S, and if we are talking about the foundation concept of animation or foundation concept of like a line draw algorithm, like here just previously I had a shared the DDA algorithm, so digital digit analyzer algorithms over there. So if we are talking about how line draw happening, so I do believe as a computer science people, definitely they may able to demonstrate in a very good and efficient way, but as a computer animation people, we having only one answer for that. So line draw, okay, simply we will take the mouse and we will draw, identify first point and last point, and we will draw the line. But behind the scene for line draw, a lot of algorithm is working over there. So for that kind of detail, if we want to get learn into detail, these virtual labs are really very supportive for us, right? So this again, I tell you earlier also. So under NME ICTE, this all the projects is going to be developed, right? Let us close it. Let us close it. Coming back to the PPT again, a spoken tutorial. Now, previously also I had to get discuss about the MOOCs. So whatever the MOOCs available across the globe right now, like Iversity, Merdula, this is the Coursera, edX, FutureLearn, Audacity, Udemy, Khan Academy, Alisona, Canvas, Code Academy, and obviously Government of India SWAM portal, right? So these are the some of the massive open online courses hosting website where you can go and get learn and earn the certificate from world's top-notch universities. Fine, dear. Whenever you are working into like a MOOCs courses, so MOOC course is divided into 4 quadrants, right? One quadrant is what? Video lecture. Second quadrant is assessment and e-stakes, and fourth quadrant is the reference material. So it's a common psychological things over there. Whenever we are going to teach the students over there, if we are teaching through the books only, end of the day, retention ratio would be not much better. But if we are teaching through books and additionally we are giving them some of the video materials over there, additionally we are giving the e-text over there, each and every class should having their own handouts over there, then do believe me, learning outcome would be much better, and retention ratio and the result ratio of the student would be also very high over there, right? So like e-text would be like somehow in this manner. So some of the text content, so e-text is not like that a PowerPoint presentation, right? Commonly what teachers is also doing, they are just sharing the PPTs over there. PPT is not considered as an e-text. PPT can be considered as a additional reference materials only, right? Because in a PPT, as a teachers or as a presenter, we are using PPT just for taking a bullet points over there, right? So with respect to that, demonstration is not available over there. So for demonstration, we having the e-text, right? So in e-text, 90% things only into the text mode. There would be supportive graphics, 1-2 images only over there. So this is one of the format of e-text. Second is the references. Already, if you are checking about your university syllabus, so 2 methodology of writing the references. This is the methodology of writing the references for books. This is a methodology for writing the references for the research and journals papers over there, like APA, MLA, Oxford, lot of like university having Harvard having their own referencing methodology. So with respect to that, all reference methodology, we have to go with the referencing and all. Then assessment, each and every classes should having the assessment. If we having no assessment, then definitely end of the day, what will happen? Whatever we had a teach as a teacher, either students are getting to know or not, we don't know. So end of the day, what will happen after completion of the course? Maybe there would be red light on his head, not green light signal over there. Why? Because end of the day, okay, I learned a lot, but what I learned, I don't know. So assessment is a really very, very important. Each and every class should be having assessments over there, right? And video lecture. Obviously, if the supportive video lecture over there, then end of the day, the student will learn into much better way and they will go ahead and successfully complete the course with positive input. So this methodology is called what? Flipped classroom learning also, or some people say blended learning of methodology also, right? So for example, I'm sharing one of the example for medical training, right? So here you can check out. For example, if we have to teach the students how to sew the human body, right? So like definitely you may have watched a movie Munna by MBBS. So if you are only a degree holder, but if you are not done practical, what will happen? End of the day, when you go to the OT, your hand would be get shivered, right? But for example, do believe me, if during the classroom teacher are demonstrating the content in this manner using the video content, right? So this is a second generation of methodology ICT enabled teaching. Today we will discuss about the third generation of ICT enabled teaching and learning also, which is a more effective and efficient. That's called the immersive technology also, right? So here you can see manually with the help of video and parallelly there is a audio also in a voiceover. With respect to that, there is subtitles also available at bottom. Fine. So visual presentation properly, how to knot shoe. So just do believe me, let me know definitely if using this kind of methodology, if teacher will teach, end of the day result would be much better, right? So if you are adding videos, if you are adding game-based teaching and learning, definitely result would be much better. End of the day, as a teacher, our students are our reflection. So like common time at initial, definitely every time I am asking my student to switch on your camera, switch on your camera, switch on camera. But end of the day, unfortunately or fortunately, camera is not going to be on. The reason could be two. First is what? Your student is not interested to take your classes. First reason this could be. Second reason is what? Your student may be busy in some additional work also during the classroom. That's why he can't switch on the camera, right? This would be the second things over there. But do believe me, third method or third like a query commonly which we hear, sir, we having an internet issue. This is only 0.5% problem. Because definitely when you are talking about your friends over there, you may having a not data issue over there, but whenever you are talking about your teacher classes, at that time the issue is occurring over there. So do believe me, when you are interacting with a professor in online mode also, it's a human psychology. If you are interacting much better with your teacher indirectly or directly, as a student you are only get benefited in your final term and examinations, right? This is something should not happen, but as an Indian we having a common psychology. If effectively in a class, two kind of student is always remember in a brain of teacher. One is a backbencher who is doing nothing, and one is excellent student who is every time presenting good. The people who are a mediator in between of class, they are just sitting in a silent mode. Teacher is not recognizing them, right? So this is a common issue in our country, and there is no any methodology to get analyzed the brain sense also till date, which we can implement and which we can put in a front of student face over there, and using the facial expression and artificial intelligence we can get recognized whether my student is interested or not. So such kind of methodology right now we are working using the NLP methodology and using artificial intelligence and using the face recognition yellow 4 algorithm. We are trying to do the something over there, generative adversarial network GAN methodology. But do believe me, it will take little time, because learning human brain through computer accurate 100%, it's a really very complex job. But definitely nothing is impossible. Commonly we may had a watch a movie Iron Man, Jarvis over there, right? Right now we are having a Jarvis kind of interface with us, okay? Or Alexa, like blink up the light, Alexa switch off the light, Alexa open the computer, Google play the music, everything is with us. So nothing is impossible right now, because somehow computer right now is a more capable to build their own algorithm also. So this is a really very big things we having. So very soon the technology is going day by day upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. This is a second methodology where teacher is also here. 1 minute, let us mute. And with respect to that, some of the infographic element is also coming over there. So when we are blending the both things over there, end of the day, result would be much better. So these are the two methodology of teaching, which is somehow very good, effective, and efficient in India. But when you're talking about the international methodology of teaching in a several foreign university, what they are doing, they are teaching using immersive technology. So now, what is the immersive technology? Now let us go into the detail. This is a something like specifically if you're talking about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic during the COVID-19, entire industry has been get shut down or into the condition of shutdown, like automotive industry, aviation industry, tourism, oil, constructions, food, healthcare, telecommunication. But at in education, first, teaching industry, education industry, you can say, and second is the medical industry. Both was into the boom. Why? As an, if I'm talking like as an investor or the company owner or the university owner, we are saving electricity bill. We are saving the traveling, maintenance things over there. But end of the day, students are paying 100% fee. Second one thing, if I'm talking like as a teacher, either we are not able to come to the college instead using the technology. Our students are really very sincere right now. They having properly maintaining and keeping safe their data. So when the class would be a start, then he without interruptions or she without interruptions can get join the classes over there, right? So meanwhile, either somehow in this 1 year, 80% plus students are now comfortable in online teaching and learning. And definitely the COVID scenario and the second phase of COVID strain is also really very complicated and dangerous. Like recently you may heard within 1 day, one of the school has been get opened and more than 80 students and teacher has been get infected, right? So it's a really very big disasters over there. And we don't know even how many years or how many days this one scenario would be go continue and continue. So with the online education, definitely it's a really very good for us with a safe manner we are learning and indirectly one of the more benefits over here because if I am traditionally remember several teachers in a classroom they are not teaching effectively to the student. But when it's a time to come into the online teaching and learning, the class is into the now recording mode over there. And maybe randomly you have to, any student can also get screen capture the video over there. And if you are not teaching actively, if you are not responding actively, your data could be get open into the market. So as a teacher also now it's their responsibility also to do practice more and deliver the best to the student, right? So this is something a very good end of the day. Several university and colleges are giving you the reference material and support to you. So that is also beneficial to you. Regular classroom, this was not happening. So my perceptions, if we are talking about the regular education system and online education system, I do believe if as an student, online education system is much better than a regular education system. But the challenge is only one internet problem. So if internet is stable, definitely coming years, online education would be more preferable with respect to the face-to-face education. Fine. So these all the industry has been get collapsed during the lockdown. These are the some of the partial lockdown across the globe. Some places are having the regional lockdowns over there. This is the demographic things over there. IOMT, I am skipping IOMT because this is something related to the medical training and visualization. Now I'm sharing one of the content with you. Like this is a one of the immersive training, integrated learning and teaching. So once again, I need to reshare my screen because maybe Zoom has not been get shared with the audio mode. So just a minute. Share computer sound, optimize for video. Fine. So now this would be not lagged here. Fine. So just I'm playing here. So have listen. Right now, this is one of the research project on which we are working right now. Right now, the problem and challenges with us during the COVID-19 as an a patient, if we are suffer with some of the cold and cough, and we are going to the hospital, do believe me, either you having COVID or not, 90% chance they will give you the COVID positive result. And you know, whatever the environment, when you come back from the hospital, your family would be too disturbed, you would be also too disturbed. Then the IUMT, or you can say the telecommunication, or you can say the telemedicine has came into the market, right? Where remotely professors or when remotely doctors are assisting their patient through online methodology. Now this is the generation 10 work where what we are doing, like we are collecting and we are get connected with more than 10,000 doctors, India's top-notch doctors, right? They are whatever recommendations given with respect to whatever diseases, we had collected all the information. We are keeping that information in our database using deep learning methodology, right? What we are doing, we are identifying the data with respect to which disease, which medicine, how much fast recover the patient. Definitely, if you are into like Chennai and if you are into the Varanasi, 90% same kind of medicine can work. But maybe right now in a Varanasi itself, we having a cold weather, but in a Chennai, maybe it's a normal weather, or it's into the like a Hyderabad, it's a normal weather over there. So with respect to the cold and hot temperature, we have to give some additional like inputs to the patients or additional medicine to them also. So for that, all the inputs we had to get collected. So as a patient, just you have to put your name, you have to put your detail, whatever the problems you having with respect to that. Our artificial intelligence methodology will automatically identify the keyword, and with respect to that, they will identify the 10,000 doctors database across our country, across foreign best medical colleges and best medical hospitals over there, and they will recommend the best medicine. And we are trying to implementing that medicine with a netmed.com or 1mg.com. So simply he can choose the medicine and a low cost he or she can get opt the medicine through their only cell phone, one click system at their own home. So this is something, whatever things I had to share with you. Just this is one of the presentation into the video mode, which I am sharing with all of you.
Every year, 1.5 million people die from lung cancer. 3 people break a bone every second due to osteoporosis. These and many other medical conditions can be prevented if discovered early enough using CTs, X-rays, and MRIs. What if you could teach computers to provide faster, more accurate diagnosis based on the combined wisdom and experience of thousands of radiologists? Zebra Medical Vision introduces revolutionary technology based on advanced machine and deep learning. Thousands of previously diagnosed cases are uploaded to our analytics engine, teaching it to create unique algorithms that can identify the visual fingerprints of multiple diseases. Then, when shown a new scan, it instantly recognizes that fingerprint and alerts of the disease. Zebra Medical Vision is giving healthcare a breakthrough tool to help millions of people receive faster, more affordable quality care. Zebra Medical Vision, the future of medical imaging.
Fine. So here now you may able to understand how the scenario would be get changed if this one project would be get implemented. In a one click, we are able to find the best medical solution across the globe from their own place, own time at their home, right? So now coming to the immersiveness in teaching. So now there is a new era of world as in a computer science come animator, right? This all slides I had introduced here because we should know what could be the future if we are learning animation across the good university in our country. So this is something government of India is also promoting a lot: virtual reality, augmented reality, and 3D printing, right? Even very soon you may able to heard Toycathon, right? So where they are working about a toy market, and we are going to implement the 3D printing technology to get print and design the toy from the Maya or Max, and using the 3D printing technology, we are printing that toy, and that could be sellable into the market in a very easy and low cost, right? So these are the something which government of India is also promoting a lot. So what are the benefits of e-learning MOOCs, right? And using immersiveness in a teaching and learning. So higher engagement rate, because end of the day, students are learning through gamification. Students are learning through the doing, right? LBD technology, learn by doing. So here you can check out, this is the simulator where they are came to know how to operate this one machine. Here people are learning how to operate the body, right? So these are the something which we are implementing into the virtual environment of teaching and learning. Do believe me, when the like a scholar or the medical practitioner will go to the OT, he would be more confident whenever he is doing operate about the real body system. So this is the advantage of virtual reality design, right? Higher attendance rate, reduced training and travel expenses. Yeah, but do believe me, at once first time whenever you are going to develop any VR simulator, it's a taking huge amount of cost over there. But end of the day, it's only one time investment, right? So one time if it has been get invested, this had been get used several places at once, right? Safe at higher risk situation. Right now we all are suffering into the higher risk situation due to COVID-19 stage 1 and stage 2, right? Every time, for example, if you are doing some of the experimental during the learning, you can easily get implemented into the VR engine, and that would be applicable towards all students also if they are hosting the data into the online mode. If they are like executing the data into exe, then definitely that would be get tough, because in a exe anytime giving the updates would be a little harder, right? These are the something whatever the implementations of VR, and these are the some of the future of the VR into India. So I do recommend all of you guys, like you are working into the animation, so little more work into the animation integration with immersive technology, work into gamification. You should be having idea about the Unreal Engine, or if you are working with a Unreal or Unity game engine, or the Cry game engine, whatever game engine you are comfortable, you can go ahead with that. And that is a requirement of companies like Google, Microsoft. They are also hiring the people who having a knowledge of AR and VR, right? Now coming to the next live demonstration, learn from the best university. For example, you can simply access about the edX or the Coursera, right? So here a lot of courses are freely available over there. Even for example, right now, if you are looking to do the graduation from London University, within spending 8 to 9 lakh rupee, you can do the BSc in computer science from your own home, own pace, and your degree you will get from the University of London. I think Coursera has implemented that thing. One more portal I'm opening, Coursera.
Sir, can you please share your screen?
Okay. Now I think it's beautiful. Fine. So now here you can see, for example, if you want to take
No,
some.
sir, it's not visible yet.
Not visible. Okay. Just wait for a while. Still not visible, dear.
No, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Share. Complete screen I had shared. Now is it visible?
No, sir. Yes, now it's coming.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, dear. Thanks for the information. Fine. So for example, now I'm going to, maybe here you can check out. You want to go and learn about the computer science. See here, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, the Arizona State University, Illinois, II. So here you can check out BSc in Computer Science, University of London, and the college is the Goldsmith College. So this is the tentative fee, around 10,500 euro for 3 to 6 years. It's a completely online course from your own place, own time. You can get learn and earn the degree, right? So this is something where using the online, massive open online course, you can get access and you can get learn from world's best university. When you are going to the college, like if you are going to IIT, Illinois Institute of Technology itself, for a master degree, it would be tentatively more than 50 to 60 lakhs rupee. Even for my professional course, I had a completed from University of Edinburgh itself, and I had completed the professional course from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology itself. For only 2 week of course, 3 week of course, I had paid around 3 to 4 lakhs rupee. But end of the day, that is worth, because whatever the content they are sharing, they are demonstrating over there in India. Definitely in 2025-26, that kind of content will come over there. So end of the day, if you want to get learn, whatever the fee they are charging, like 21,440 USD dollar, but end of the day, if we are charging 50 to 60 lakh rupees, they are delivering the content with respect to that, because they are maintaining the quality of teaching and learning. That's why they are charging high also. But yeah, I do totally agree with you. If we having not a financial condition to sound, then how to go with that? So for that, we having options that called the scholarships also. Government of India is several time organizing student scholarship during the Fulbright scholarship over there. You can go over there, but again, you have to defend the competition, you have to beat the challenge, then only you can get an opportunity. Even Government of India is giving the fully funding fee, so entire 50 to 60 lakh rupees they will pay on behalf of you. You have to just invest your fooding and lodging fee over there in a foreign university over there, and everything would be get compensated by Government of India about your tuition fee over there, right? So this is something. If you want to get learn about your masters and graduations from your home also, now it's a time to get learned. In India also, we are working on a SWAM platform. Very soon, Government of India is planning to get execute entire degree from Indian University also would be into the online mode. Like NTTT, I am typing NTTT. This is the National Teacher Training website, which is the Government of India, one of the initiative. National Initiative of Technical Teachers are training over there. And as an teacher and as an contributor of a SWAM and NPTEL, fortunately, lot of contents, lot of informations we had get share, and we are putting input over there, and that will be directly reaching to the Government of India. Like here you can see, these are, fortunately, this is me here, and the Professor Lakshmi ma'am, she is Dean of Tata Institute of Social Sciences over there. Samir, he's into the IIT Bombay. So here, these are the people who Government of India, he is Malik sir, right now he is a Vice Chancellor of Haryana Center, some of the universities over there. So these are the teams where all we are get connected with a more than 30 to 40 student pan India every semester. And we are taking care of input of our student, whatever the problems and challenges going on in their university. Accordingly, how we can give them the best solution. And we are forwarding that information to Government of India, Ministry of Education, through hierarchy over there. And end of the day, they are implementing that things over there. And do believe me, new education policy, whatever Government of India has implemented, where each and every time you having one break exit over there, that would be a boon for the student who is quitting the course in between due to some of the reasons. So at least he or she having level 1, level 2, level 3 degree in their hand. If he is completed 1 year only, then at least he should having 1 year of degree in their hand. And later on, when he or she is going to the next university, directly he can jump into second university with respect to that previous certificate or the data over there, right? So this is something. At end, I'm going to share one of the content which I'm going to develop under the Udacity itself. So this is about the virtual reality and augmented reality itself. Voice is coming. Again, I need to share into the video mode. Once a minute.
Sir, your screen is too blurry.
Okay. Actually, this one is optimized into the video mode there. So if I will play into non-video mode, then there would be lagging over there. Still, it's a blurring. Or now it's a little stable here.
It's not shared.
It's not visible yet. It's not shared
What's
yet.
happening? 1 minute. Okay, I'm directly sharing the entire screen. Please confirm me, is it visible or not?
Not yet, sir.
It's yet to share.
It should be visible. What happening? Maybe today bandwidth issue is going on or what? 1 minute here. Let me check. Still not visible, guys.
No, sir. No, sir. It's showing you have started sharing the screen.
But that is not reaching to you. 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. Last options I'm choosing. Now something visible or still not visible?
No, sir.
Okay. One participant stop breakout room. Still not coming.
It's shared, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it's coming. Okay. But I think now audio will not come. Audio is coming.
No, sir.
Okay, what I'm doing, no worry about that. Just each and every, like I tell you earlier also, na, we have one technology. What is that technology? Jugaad.com, right? So just I'm typing into the YouTube. So you can have that video at your own dashboard also. Right. So post class also, I'm stopping sharing here. I'm tapping into the chat box. So you may able to see at your everybody's meeting. Fine. So I think you all may have received one of the chat URL link, right? So you can check out this one thing here using the virtual reality technology. If we are a teaching a student, end of the day, the result is more fruitful and beneficial, right? So this is something which the agenda of today's session. I have to go ahead. Still, if you're having any query, any confusion, you can ask me, and further you can having any further query, you can drop me mail also. Immediately I had deleted my number because I'm little worried because my number has been get shared with a several place, and every day responding more than 500-600 students, it's a little tough for me also. Fine. So further, if you're having any query and question, you can write to my email ID also. I'm sharing my screen now. It's visible here, right? And any question and any answer related to the massive open online courses, Government of India national education policies, Government of India initiatives, you all are feel free to ask the questions. Anyone having any question, any query?
No, sir. As of now.
Okay, so let me know one thing. Now, hope I think for your project completion, now you having enough n number of websites where you can go. You can identify your content. You can modify your content. You can give the credentials to the original author, and you can utilize them. In the future, if you want to do the masters and a PhD over there, we having the website Shodh Ganga over there. You can having a lot of contents whatever already approved and PhD awarded. You can simply go over there and you can get learn how to write the PhD thesis over there, right? Even if you want to learn and about a different methodology of or other subjects over there, you can simply go to the SWAYAM website. In the SWAYAM website, a lot of courses are available over there. You can get enrolled over there and you can earn the additional credit based course over there also, right? So like I tell you earlier also, maybe in your college minor elective, major elective, you can simply opt your minor elective and major elective from the SWAYAM website. You have to pass the SWAYAM course over there, which would be related to your subject. It's not like that you are learning Sanskrit paper. In Sanskrit paper, you had maybe opted maybe Japanese language one of the course, and you are submitting the Japanese language certificate over there. That would be not somehow acceptable. But if you are learning the Sanskrit and you are like opting the mathematics paper over there, so in a Sanskrit specifically, if you are going with a Jyotish Vigyan over there, lot of mathematical formulas and mathematical algorithm applied over there, so that would be somehow justifiable. For example, if you are doing BSc, MSc animations over there, you can opt the course related to the design, related to the animation, related to somehow maybe computer graphics. That would be also acceptable over there. And you can, after passing the examination, you having one additional certificate from a different university, which is the validated because that having Government of India logo over there. So that having a very big repute over there also, because if you are taking the certificate from IIT, NIT, BHU, JNU, that having a different kind of order, and you have to just pay the examination fee, 1,000 rupees. That is not a big amount right now, where as an animation student, we are paying a huge to get learn animation. Even again, I am going to interrupt with one word, and I'm just slicing my word only. In India, like for learning animations, commonly fees are 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh rupee. But when you go to the foreign countries and university, like I had get completed several my courses from the professional institutions also, where I had paid more than 60 lakh rupee to get learned animation and design only. So end of the day, in India, the fee of animation is really very, very, very less with respect to the foreign university. So, and earlier, like animations, common people are thinking about, okay, animation means art and design. But in this time, Maximum University, I'm really very happy. Maximum University has kept animation in a science degree courses or engineering degree courses. So meanwhile, a science background of a student and an arts background of a student, they having something different kind of like a category for a common venue over there. And specifically right now, several universities offering, or the, you can say IIT Bombay, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Madras offering the design BDS and MDes over there with a specializations of animations also over there. So it's a really very good when IIT is also started animation courses over there. In a longer run, what you can think, you can complete your graduation, master, PhD, and later on you having also option later on maybe you can teach in a IIT, NIT kind of institutions also, if you're having a good credentials of your learning and research paper and a patents and a journals also. Fine, dear. So this is something from my end. If anyone having any query, any question, feel free to ask with me. Right now, it's your time.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, Amit, let me know, dear.
Yeah, actually, I'm the one of the faculty here from
Yeah.
Sharda University, Greater Noida.
Oh,
So
good.
just you talked about the PhD, so I got a question about that.
Right.
Since you know that animation not only coming in BSc, it's coming in design, it's coming in fine arts, somewhere it is coming in computer science, and so and so.
Right. Right.
So whenever we planning to do PhD, so it's a big confusion over here that since my background is MFA painting,
Okay.
and I want to do PhD in animation, then how should I proceed? Because very
Okay.
few universities are offering PhD in this.
Okay, great. Really very nice question, Amit sir. So if you are looking for a PhD, like you did MFA, so you can't go computer application or computer science PhD because nomenclature will
Correct.
not allow. Then you having only one
Right.
option. You can do your PhD in India. There is a really very, it's a bad to say, but here people are looking PhD in subject. But commonly, when you
Correct.
go to the foreign university, PhD never could be in a subject, PhD in a topic. But anyhow, if
Right.
we have to sustain in our country, we should be go with the rules and regulation also. So if you
Correct.
are looking for the PhD, then you're having one option. You can do the PhD in allied subject, that is a PhD in fine art only. And you, whenever you are opting your title of your PhD, your title could
Okay.
be maybe MFA, what is your specialization, like a sculpture or visual art? Painting. Like then
Yes.
you can put a title over there using animation, how using animation paint in a painting, using animation, how you can teach the student effectively. Using ICT, you can opt a topic and you can do your PhD. So PhD topic would be your animation, right? But PhD awarded would be
Yeah.
into the fine art only or the visual communication only. So that would be beneficial for you because right now, definitely in a 2021 onwards, Government of India is going to go with a very strict nomenclature because several university were doing people having BA. They had done BA, after BA,
Yeah.
maybe BA in animation or BA in fine art. Some universities also giving MA in fine art. Then they completed
Yes.
computer science PhD. Even universities also
Right.
violating the rules over there to get earned the money. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment or
Correct.
criticize in that thing. As a student also, it's our responsibility only to identify the best. Because if you are going to one mall, then mall seller having each and every product best over there. As a buyer, we should be
Correct.
identify which is the best and which allow my pocket. So I do recommend two things,
Yes.
Amit sir. You can go with either visual art PhD right? If you are into the Sharda,
Yes.
even in your college also internally having PhDs, then I do recommend one thing. You should approach your college administration at first, because internally, if you do the PhD from there, your
Yes.
experience would be also somehow get counted, right? And if you are doing PhD from some other university, and if you are teaching also, then at that time your PhD would be into the part-time mode, right? And later on, when you go for the job, then part-time PhD is not allowed. You are not eligible to become an assistant professor. So again, you would be get stuck. So internally, if you are doing the PhD from your own university, na, that would be really very good, because as a teacher, you can take benefit also. And internally, you would not having more complication in your university, because you are an employee of that university. And easily
Yes.
you can identify your like a seniors or the colleague. In a teaching, no one is senior. So it's a really very clear. Definitely in a experience, he having more credentials, some people having less credentials. So you can identify the professor who having a PhD awarded. And again, one of the cheat sheet I would recommend you, don't do the PhD from under the professor. If he is assistant professor or associate professor, do the PhD under him, then your PhD would be get awarded within the time. Because if you are doing the PhD
Okay.
under the professor, now he having no further requirement of PhD scholar awarding for this promotion. But if his
Okay.
guy is in a assistant professor rank, then a UGC nomenclature, one PhD, two PhD should be get minimum awarded to become a professor. So it his requirement
Correct. Correct.
also to get award the PhD. So teacher would be also personally give you time, more time, and your PhD would be get awarded in time. As in a BHU, commonly 6 year, 7 year, BHU, DU, GNU, all places, such kind of things is only over there. So this is my personal
Okay.
suggestions for you. Either you can go with visual communication, or you can go with design also. Some university opting in design, but again the problem would be occur when they will say you having not BDS and
Master is
MDes. Yeah, BDS,
correct.
MDes, you
Correct.
are from the BFA, MFA background, then directly you completed design PhD. Then several university having not rules and regulation, they can't accommodate you. So personally, I do
Very true.
recommend you directly do the PhD in visual art only, right? That
Yeah.
subject, choose your topic animation, and your job done. Like
Thanks.
for
Thanks a
my
lot.
PhD also, I had in complete my PhD research topic was immersive design and visualizations only. Like in India, like my PhD guide from BHU itself, Benares Hindu University, Professor Achintya Shingal. So during my PhD defend over there, one of my very international university professor, when they came for the Viva and Boss, one question is over there. Right now, whatever PhD you had completed over there, what is the future use in your country? In
Okay.
2018, I had awarded my PhD over there. So at that time, definitely virtual reality is something really very new. And people are thinking VR is only for games, gameplay only.
Yes.
But right now, all we do believe, if we are implementing VR and AR technology in teaching and learning, do believe me, the quality of learning would be something more than 80% upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. So that's why only
Yes.
when I had started that opted that topic in a several committee like hackathon. Right now in a Twycathon also happening. So I'm jury member in a like expert jury member in Twycathon also, because these are something which now India is opting, and we have somehow completed this thing earlier also. So again, I do recommend whenever
Yes.
doing your PhD, choose your animation topic with ICT enabled learning and teaching. Then only every time you would be get benefited if you are looking for a career as a teacher. Because you do totally well know, if you are from the BFA, MFA background, as an artist, as a studio people, they are even not looking your degree. You are 12th pass, you are a very good in design, they will give you higher salary.
Yes.
So this is happening only. Further any query, definitely feel free to get discuss.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Any further scholar or professor having any question, you can ask. And definitely you can take the photographs also of this one, because definitely hard-earned tax money has been get invested for these all projects. So our all student and teachers should be get benefited with all the initiative of Government of India. So hope now it's a time to get close up. So thanks a lot. see you soon on further anytime. Again, if we will get time, we will get interact with each other, right? So today topic is little open for MOOCs for everyone, MOOCs for anyone. So agenda of today class is over. So be safe, be happy, right? Avoid to go outside from your home and try to learn something new. And even today I had a share with you the website of Swayam also over there. Lot of content is freely available over there, and even it's not like that at one time you can enroll at one course only. Even at one time you can enroll into 10 to 15 courses also. And just you can get download the data also, but that is not recommended. If you are enrolling 15 course, if you have in capacity to learn all 15 course, then only enroll 15 course, right? If you are thinking I am able to handle only 2 course, only enroll into the 2 course and properly give the time to get learn and get earn the knowledge from there. Fine, have a good day, take care, see you soon, bye bye dear.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day guys,
Thank you,
take
sir.
care.